Spider-Man, probably the Marvel character that sells more merchandise than any other. Marvel can try to have any character as the face of the company, but they will fail time and time again, because there's only one number one in Marvel, and that's Spider-Man. So, having in mind that Spider-Man is the number one character, and the one that sells more merchandise, there's a really high chance that if you can think of it, it exists. You want a Spider-Man bet? Here you go. A coffee maker, poof! Anyone has one of those these days. A toaster, a teapot, a waffle maker. With all this, it makes you wonder what's next. Maybe in the future, you will be able to buy your own synthetic clone of Tom Holland. But one kind of product that often gets overlooked when talking about Spider-Man official merchandise are the foods. Be it because it's difficult to collect, or just because the fact that it's food. But today, we'll be looking at exactly that. Well, hello there, Spider-Dash here. Credit where credit is due. This video was heavily inspired on the Batmac videos. So, if you want to see his videos, I'll leave a link in the description. Also, if you're enjoying my content, give me a like, be sure to click the subscribe button, and leave your favorite Spider-Man food in the comment section for a chance to win your own synthetic clone of Tom Holland. Thank you so much for watching, and with that out of the way, let's begin!
Look, I'm a comic book, I'm a cereal, did a Christmas album, I have an excellent theme song, and a so-so popsicle.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. Before Into the Spider-Verse, I didn't know about the existence of this thing. They were made by the company Popsicle. The cool thing about this is that when you buy one of them, it's a game of how bad your popsicle is going to look like. They will look either like a crime scene, or like they will start talking. They taste great. Something that would be awesome is that if they made toys of this popsicle like they made for the SpongeBob one. Something that I've seen online is that many people make their own popsicles out of clay to have them as collectibles, because obviously you can't collect a popsicle. Even I did the same. Although if you want to collect something related to this popsicle, some places sell this fridge magnet that you can collect. If you want more dairy products or icicles of Spider-Man, there's plenty. Baskin-Robbins made multiple collaborations with Spider-Man, and you were able to buy Spider-Man themed ice creams. You could even buy an official licensed Spider-Man cake. But I don't know, the moment you enter a Baskin-Robbins, they know all of your secrets. It happened to Ant-Man, and it can happen to you. Jokes aside, no matter how many different Spider-Man themed ice creams anyone makes, no one can beat the original popsicle.
Pizza time.
It doesn't matter what anyone tells you, Spider-Man and pizza are the best and most iconic duo ever. To start, the place where Peter works in Spider-Man 2, Joe's Pizza, is a place that you can visit in real life. Definitely a place that you want to visit if you are a Spider-Man fan. Currently is on my bucket list. If you want more pizza related to Raimi's Spider-Man, Totino's Pizza made a collaboration with Spider-Man 3. Not a big fan of microwave pizza, but you can't say no to Raimi's Spider-Man. Also, Papa John's made a big collaboration with Spider-Man 3. Speaking of Papa John's, not too long ago, they made a collaboration with Spider-Man Far From Home. Also Pizza Hut did the same. The cool thing is that you can collect the boxes after you ate the pizza. That is if you're a collector. Also, Market Side Pizza made a super obscure collaboration with The Amazing Spider-Man. There's no doubt that you can never go wrong with Spider-Man and pizza. But before I stop talking about Italian food, in 1995, a canned food chain named Chef Boyardee made a collaboration with the 19th Spider-Man cartoon. And they even made a small piece of comic to promote the Spider-Man pasta. If you want to know how the pasta looks these days, here it is. Maybe this is why you don't collect food. Before I close this section, I should mention the multiple collaborations that Mac and Cheese has made with Spider-Man over the years. There are plenty, but one that shocked me while searching information for this video is that they made a collaboration with the Spectacular Spider-Man. How did I miss this? Now I need one of these boxes. The cool thing about mac and cheese is that whenever they make a collaboration with any property, they make special shapes for the macaroni. In this case, we can see shapes related to Spider-Man. Anyway, pizza time!
Spider-Man! Whoa! Spider-Man cereal! Cool!
New Spider-Man cereal. It's the action-packed part of your balanced breakfast.
Cereal is the most common breakfast, because it's easy to eat and because most of the time it tastes great. The best strategy to sell cereal to kids, or to nerds like me, is to do collaborations with different brands, like Super Mario, SpongeBob, or in this case, Spider-Man. And if you give small stuff that kids can play with and nerds like me can collect, it's almost a guaranteed success. The first time that a cereal did a collaboration with Spider-Man was in 1995. The brand Ralston Food did a tie-in collaboration with the 90s Spider-Man cartoon. They even made a small commercial to promote the cereal. This is the box, and each cereal came with a special card, depicting Spider-Man and some of his foes from the cartoon. This was small, but a great start, because something greater was to come.
Now, you can swing into action with your own Spider-Man water squirter. One's free in specially marked Kellogg's packs.
Now, call me a fanboy, but honestly, I think that the Raimi era of Spider-Man was the peak of Spider-Man promotionals. To start, the cereal looks amazing, and the toys and collectibles that came with the cereal are something of other world. They don't make stuff like this these days. A lot of web shooters and stuff that made you feel like Spider-Man. They even released a cereal with a demo of the first Spider-Man game. But it wasn't a demo of the first Spider-Man movie game. It was a demo of Spider-Man PSX with a skin of the movie. Just think about it, they wouldn't give away things like this these days. They also made collaborations with Spider-Man 2 and 3. For Spider-Man 3, they gave these toys that are amazing. They shoot water. For the Amazing Spider-Man, they didn't release any toys. At least not in the United States. In Mexico, they released these figures, the mascots of different cereals dressed as Spider-Man, which in my opinion is the coolest thing ever. And then we don't have much. For Spider-Man Far From Home, they released these things, which are kinda lackluster to say the least. And before I stop talking about cereal, I should mention other collaborations with foods that you would eat for breakfast. You like Pop-Tarts and Spider-Man? You will love this. The limited edition of Pop-Tarts of the first Spider-Man movie is something amazing. They don't put this amount of effort into collaborations with food these days. They also made one for Spider-Man Far From Home, but I kinda prefer the Raimi one. If you like waffles, the collaborations that Eggo made with Spider-Man are great. Spiderweb-shaped waffles are part of a balanced meal. I'm joking, please eat healthy.
Whoa, Spider-Man!
Sorry I can't hang around.
Because the action's at McDonald's. One with every Spider-Man Happy Meal you buy.
Spider-Man and fast food. Is there anything better? The first collaboration that McDonald's and Spider-Man made was in 1995, with, again, the 19th Spider-Man cartoon. Each Happy Meal came with one of these toys. Even the bag where the burger and the toy came are considered collectibles these days. The next collaboration was with Hardee's, with these Spider-Man toys from the first movie, which look kinda lackluster to say the least. They also made one with Kentucky Fried Chicken, which is something. The next big collaboration will be Burger King with Spider-Man 2. They even made a cool commercial, and even the cup and the bags became collectibles again. These were the toys. Not great, but still amazing nevertheless. They even made a Spider-Man inflatable balloon that they put on top of the Burger King. They had a lot of decoration related to the movie. I remember going to a Burger King when Spider-Man 3 was released, and they had similar decoration. Little stuff like this makes the difference, and helps you feel like part of the experience. Anyway, for Spider-Man 3, they made this, and they are the greatest Happy Meal toys ever. They have a unique style and look amazing. I used to have them all. They even released the Spider-Man burger. The next collaboration will be with the Spectacular Spider-Man. Both McDonald's and Burger King released figures, and they are spectacular. Being a kid growing with the Raimi trilogy and the Spectacular Spider-Man was the best thing. We wouldn't have another Spider-Man collaboration until The Amazing Spider-Man 2. McDonald's released figures for both boys and girls, which is odd. One would think that Spider-Man can be unisex, because anyone can be a Spider-Man, but it's cool to have these toys nevertheless. If someday I have a daughter, I'll make sure that she likes Spider-Man. The last Spider-Man collaboration we had was McDonald's with Into the Spider-Verse. These toys are not that great, but it's good that we still have these collaborations. Hopefully, we will get another great collaboration with a fast food chain anytime soon. Did you get thirsty after talking about so much food? Do you want a drink? But before that, we know that the most iconic duo is Spider-Man and Pizza. So, what's the second most iconic duo? Spider-Man and Miles Morales? Batman and Robin? Of course not. The second most iconic duo is Spider-Man and Dr. Pepper. They have done a lot of collaborations over the years. The first one was obviously with the first Spider-Man movie. They released these soda cans as a collaboration with the movie. Then they did the same with these cans for the second Spider-Man movie. But for some reason, they didn't release any cans for Spider-Man 3. But Spider-Man 3 did a collaboration with this blue raspberry soda. Also, Coke did a collaboration with the second Spider-Man movie. And Pepsi did one with Spider-Man Homecoming. The next Dr. Pepper collaboration will be with Spider-Man Far From Home with these soda cans. If you want more Spider-Man soda cans, Funko Pop released their own Spider-Man soda with this figure. They actually released quite a few. So if you like to collect Funko Pops, these are nice. Also, if you want more Spider-Man related drinks, G Fuel did a collaboration with Spider-Man No Way Home, which is a nice gamer moment. Also, there are a few juices and chocolate milks with Spider-Man stuff plastered, but I don't think that they are as collectible as the other drinks that I mentioned. Let's do a quick roundup of things that are not related to each other before I finish the video. What will be of Spider-Man merchandise without the movies in the first place? And where do you watch the movies? In the theater. Even if you don't go to the theater to eat, the food is a big part of the experience, so it is only natural that they will exploit that by selling you cups or popcorn buckets with Spider-Man stuff plastered. I don't like buying these sort of things because they are overpriced and they feel extremely cheap, but once in a while I'll make an exception, and that once in a while is every time that they release a Spider-Man movie. Doritos did a big collaboration with Spider-Man Far From Home, and get this, it is said that some Doritos bags came with Spider-Man suits, which is crazy to think about. The Mexican version of the Far From Home Doritos came with these things called tazos, which are nice collectibles. If you like candy, you probably like Pez. Spider-Man has done a few collaborations with them. I love these candy dispensers and I have a few of them. They are amazing. Do you want Spider-Man cookies? Gummies with a free tattoo? Now let me show you something super weird and I'll finish. Do you exercise? You might be interested in these supplements. Yeah, the first Spider-Man movie did a small collaboration with this supplements company named RipFast, which is a bit weird. I wonder if the Green Goblin one has the Goblin formula. Well, you stayed until the end, and before you leave I want to give a shout out to some of you. A shout out to El Praystack, Optimus Prime Studios 84, Cooper Place, Colby1234, Seth Roa, Derek Schultz, Everything Super, Bob N, Plush Fun, Kyle Raggett, Corey Kuhn, Anurak Bak, Jam Gramps, Sats Nabil, Phoenix Explains, O Bill, Tofu Stack, and last but not least, Zombie6. If you want a shoutout in my next video, give me a like, be sure to click the subscribe button, and leave in the comments which Spider-Man food is your favorite. Or if you haven't tried one, which one would you like to try the most? Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye!